I want to propose it needs to be a 50 state and all the territories law. If you kill a child, you need to die a slow death. The mess, I mean, it's like every day. Because I still think about that poor baby. Her parents dissolved her body in chemicals. There's a whole bunch of other babies. A little girl whose mother shot her. I think she's still alive, but the mother shot her 4 times. Then today I'm sitting there. I can't even call them mothers no more. I'm getting a whole new word for them. Cause you're not a mother at all. You're a demon, D-mama, D-mother. I don't know what it is, but this chick. And the first one I saw, a grandmother poisoned her grandchildren. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it said the mother helped, but the grandmother poisoned her grandchildren basically out of spite. I couldn't get, I don't know if they passed, I don't know, but my grandmother, bless her soul, I miss that lady. That lady was so sweet. I could never imagine her poisoning anybody. Most of all, would poison me. I'm like, what? Poison her grandchildren. Then there's other broad, and I'm just gonna say this. Some of y'all, I don't know if you drunk, overly high. I don't know if you being taken advantage of. Maybe, but some of y'all will hit anything. Woo! And I went in the comment section. Somebody made the comment for me, and I was like, okay, yeah, cause, woo. But this girl, 11-month-old baby, dead, malnutrition. Baby weighed 4.8 pounds. I'm like, ain't no way. Then they just described the house, and I don't know. I know they arrested her and they charging her with homicide, with murder. But I'm like, shouldn't the grandmother be charged too? Because I think she lived in the house, unless she didn't live there. But they said when they found the mother was outside with the grandmother and maybe 2 other children. They said the house was filthy, insect infestation so bad it was even inside the refrigerator. So I'm like, 11-month-old baby weighing 4.8 pounds. That's what babies are in the womb before birth and when you premature. So I was like, what the heck? Then the last one, and I know it's more, but the last one for the day that I saw, because I'm like, I can't take no more. I don't even want to look. I don't want to know. The last one, I don't know if the mother wasn't trans, I don't think, but her and 2 pretend women killed her 7-year-old son. And I think the little boy, is he dead? Well, I'm thinking he is, but they said he was subjected to severe beatings, burnt, water, I guess water something, water torture or whatever you call. But I'm like, what the heck? Y'all have missed me with mental. These are not mentally ill people. These are demonically possessed demons on assignment that deem children to be disposable. Because again, goes back to what I said about the narrative around children. And then you got laws being passed. Now you got Minnesota. Again, I'm like, Minnesota need to be... Minnesota, California. You just need to carve a map for them. They just need to be all in the same little area. They done legalize abortion up until birth. Why not give people, like, it's people that will legit adopt babies. Heck, I'll take a baby if it's gonna save a baby's life. Cause why would you? And when I hear stuff like that, takes me back to Ralph Northam when he was a governor over there in Virginia, and that fool said, and I remember it to this day because we were still downtown. USCIS was still downtown before we moved. And this was right before COVID, maybe. Was this before COVID? No, it wasn't before COVID. It probably was a year or two before COVID. We was downtown, and that was my first time the first round in the director's office. And I come in the office and I'm listening to them asking a question about the proposal the little Asian lady at the time had made for abortion up until birth. And they were asking him about, especially since he was a doctor, asking him about if the baby was born alive as a result of the abortion, or if they were, full term, what would they do? This man said we would keep the baby comfortable until the mother decides what they... That's the most demonic. I'm like, and he really straight-faced saying this. And I was like, I hope people are listening and are repost, because that's repulsive. At that moment, only option should be, if you don't want to keep the baby, we can sign the papers and let an adoption agency pick the baby up and they can place the baby with a family. Why is that not an option? Why is it always abortion the end game? That disgusts me. And I remember a young lady, and I did unfriend her because that was just too demonic for me. I don't want to have no involvement. And you got the nerve to be sitting in somebody's church all the time acting like you some... I remember I told her, I said, today, Ned's going in, I think this was years ago when they wanted to do second trimester or whatever they were doing. I said, so when is it going to stop? At what point do you stop abortion? I said, because the next is going to be up until birth. Oh no, you did it. Baby, I know what I'm talking about. The devil takes every inch and then he goes miles. It don't stop at one, no. And for you to even come out your mouth, even in the second trimester, I'm like, it's problematic, period. Whether the church want to admit it or not. Yeah, you have a choice to do it. You have a right, your free will, but you ain't free from the consequences of God. And we as a church body are not free from the consequences of God. For people that sit there and demand it or think that it's a right. It's not a right. That ain't no right that God gave you. Man gave you that right, but God don't give you that right. The rights that come from God are supposed to supersede anything when we claim Jesus. But we all conflicted and screwed up and messed up, and that's why we getting tossed and driven. But yeah, I'm serious. It should be a mechanism besides all this, we need to abort until birth. Because then next y'all gonna want, okay, well, up until 2 years old. Where is the line? And that's what y'all doing basically when you see these people out here killing babies like that. It's like you having I don't want this baby no more. I can't do it, so I'm gonna kill it. Cause they keep moving the goalposts. It does not stop. You give an inch, it does not stop. I've seen it. I've been in a relationship where you give in, and then it comes something else, and it doesn't stop until you stop it. So I'm praying and hoping that y'all stop it. Because it's really sacrificing children. And it's a bad spirit to have. And then when you look at the Bible and how God talk about children and our duty and responsibility to children, and children are a part of replenishing the earth, but we doing everything out here now to not do that. But they're actually actively killing. And then you have some judges, depending on what state you in or what city you in, given no time, basically. This one chick, I think she killed this. No, this was the other last one I saw. Did she kill her baby? Did she get probation? Just like the people that keep running around when they let out 20, 30 times for assaults and all that different stuff. And they just keep on and on and on. But yet these fools talking about... Let me ask one of y'all Bernie Sanders fans. Explain this to me, because I'm getting ready to go. I got to make a stop. Now, if he's saying nobody wants to defund the police, which he knows that's a lie, because you have to defund or get rid of the police in order to have no prisons. Because if you're going to have... eventually that's where you're going. So, explain that to me. Because y'all seem to have I don't think in that illogical term. So explain that to me, especially since some of y'all really think that I'm dumb. Explain to me how you don't want to defund the police, which was a whole big campaign, and it's basically been done when you have police, when you can't do this, you can't do that, we're gonna reclassify this so you can't arrest for that, so we're not going to do this, that, and the other. So we're going to keep putting them on ankle monitor. So you just letting these people be out and about to do whatever over and over and over again. And these people have said on their platform, the socialists of America, the socialist Democrat Party, because it's not Democratic. It's Socialist Democrat Party. So you say you don't want prisons, but you have an atmosphere of a whole criminality. But it's okay. It's okay. It's kill or be killed, right? That's the platform, apparently. Because if you're not going to have any prisons, you're not going to enforce any laws. You want to open everything up to any and everybody. You want to seize the means of production. So what, government control production? Government pretty much, ever since I've been a kid, everybody always complains about how slow government moves. And that certain things should be privatized because private sector does it better. So do you really want government to seize the means of anything? The only thing government need to be doing is trying to ensure that all our roads and things, our entryways and the protection of the people. But no, they want to do everything else because they think they're God. And that's what it boils down to. If anybody wants to look it up and see what Marxism and socialism and communism all are, they all involve replacing God. Because when you don't have no anchor in nothing, you're going to be anchored in whatever they tell you to, and you rely on them, which is basically what a lot of people are already doing. You already think government is God, that you got to go to them for something. Why would you do that? But yeah, explain that to me, if y'all can. If you don't want to defund you don't want to have prisons. That's on the platform. That was something that they, stated that's what they want. I know some of them are walking it back now because they know people don't like that idea because they out here seeing crime going on and unchecked. The judges already not really giving out jail time. So do you really not want prisons? Don't let these people fool you. Do not let these people fool you. They have said what they said. They have got it on their platform. Don't let these people fool you. Well, I'm going to be nice. Because I think a lot of people already fooled, but Just saying. Just explain that to me. Somebody explain that to me. How you can have, because it's like it's going to be like the Wild Wild West again. And Lord knows we already see that. You look at the DC streets. Every time you turn around, somebody lately, I mean, the past month, these fools been getting it in. They've been on one. So I explain to me, if you don't want to defund the police, but then you don't want to have prisons, explain that to me. Since y'all so smart. And I know I'm not taught, not taught. Well, y'all not taught either for the most part, but I wasn't taught to think in illogical ways. So explain that to me, somebody. I appreciate it. Thank you. Good night.